All right, chat. It is time to react to Annie. Annie just came out today, so we'll go ahead and take a look and see what we think of her and what we think of her support cards. All right, Annie. Sound up? Let me pause that. I don't hear sound, chat. Is there supposed to be sound? Hello? Okay, wait, wrong video. Here we go, let's try again. Trying again. Let's go.
What good's power if you're not gonna use it?
Come out, come out.
Pull a face for YouTube. Alright, Annie. 1 mana 0/2. Attack, I deal 2 damage to my blocker. If it's dead or gone, I deal 2 damage to the enemy nexus instead. And levels up by playing a ton of fast, slow, speed, or skills. YouTube has better quality. It usually does, but that's okay. We'll make it through. Yo, Pantera, thanks for the follow. Okay, so she's basically a 1 mana 2/2 with quick attack, right? Basically a 1 mana 2/2 with quick attack, which is cool. Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
It's Mr. Kyphero.
We'll go over some of these a little bit later. I'm not gonna pause for them.
Annie. Hey, Tibbers.
Oh, I want to play. This way.
And yeah, so you flock and she does damage. She does damage to phase, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like overwhelm. It's like she has quick attack and overwhelm, huh? It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Oh, Path of Champions power-ups? Let's go. Let's fucking go, chat. Oh my god. Okay, wait. This is a real card. Ravenbloom Conservatory. Landmark. Countdown 10. Create a Tybulk in hand. I advance 1 round for each fast, slow, or skill you've played this game. So this thing ticks down in your deck and in your hand, which seems pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. And we'll see Tybulk here in a second.
Go down. Now I want to burn you. Where's the smoke? Then the
But if you just don't block her, who, Annie? Then you just take 2 to face. Annie, when I level up, create Tibbers in hand. Attack, I deal 3 damage to my blocker and stun it. If it's dead or gone, I deal 3 damage to the enemy nexus instead. Which, yeah, I mean, she's, for a 1-drop, she do be putting in work. She do be putting in work. She basically forces a block every turn and can't die once she flips, right? That's pretty crazy.
If they don't break, they'll burn.
Yo, Voodoo Zero, thanks for the follow. Tybulk, 6 mana, 6/6 overwhelm. When I'm summoned to grant allies everywhere, +1 attack, +0 health for the rest of the game, and for the rest of your game, all of your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. This is a crazy card. It's 7/6. I see 6/6 unless it's different. But this card seems fucking insane. This is like your top end in a burn deck. Everything just does 1 extra damage. Like, this seems really insane. It buffs itself. Oh, true. It buffs itself. That's a good point. That's a good point. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. This card's really crazy. We give her might, she gets rid of her blocker, and then you just beat ass. God.
Did you like that, Tibbers?
Okay.
Wasn't it
Dope.
fun?
Ezreal's gonna be bonkers with these cards? Probably not, because Ezreal's ability doesn't go on the stack, so it doesn't deal more damage.
Say night-night.
Disintegrate. Pick a unit. Oh, well, that was fast. That was fast. We'll go over it here in a second.
You.
It's kind of insane what it does. Decimate deals 5. True.
Don't be scared.
Tibbers, which is generated when she levels, is a 6 mana 5/5 fearsome. which is much worse than Tybulk. Notably worse than Tybulk. But play stun an enemy, then deal 2 to all stunned or damaged enemies. That's pretty cool.
They won't hurt you.
That's a pretty cool ability. Especially with Jin. Like, with Jin stunning everything up.
Game of hide and burn.
Right. Yeah.
You'll make something of yourself.
Everything dealing damage.
You got a weird eye, Mr. Jin.
I feel like...
Lovely.
Am I the only person that... I feel like when I hear her VO, I feel like it's somebody trying to, like, impersonate the original Annie VO. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm the only person, but, like, when I hear it, it doesn't sound like a kid. It sounds like somebody acting like a little, you know, baby kid. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Let's go make some more friends.
Let's go make some more friends. Like, I don't know. Hey, dope cards though, dope cards. Let's go and go through them actually. Her and Jin are literally doing this since they aren't the originals? Yeah, I mean, is it the same view? I mean, it's probably not, but I mean, it still sounds a little bit weird. Because, like, other champions don't have the issue. But it just, I don't know, there's definitely, like, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, they do, like, here, let's, turn it back.
Come on, Tibbers.
Maybe I'm crazy.
It's playtime.
It's playtime. Like, I don't know. It's a little try hard.
What good's power if you're not gonna
I feel
use
like it's
it?
a little try hard.
Come out wherever you are.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little try hard. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Should we redeem a deck review that includes Conservatory after we've done this? Because we are reviewing cards in the meantime. So let's go ahead and read back through. Annie, 1 mana, 0/2. Basically quick attack. Why did she have Overwhelm in the thing? I assume it's a Path of Champions thing. You like the Aminal voice line? I think it's silly. I don't like it. Again, it feels super try hard. It's my favorite animal. Foxes are pretty cool. It's my favorite animal. A bear? No, foxes are pretty cool. Bears are alright. I don't mind bears. Okay. Annie, 0/2, attack, deal 2 to my blocker. If it's dead or gone, you deal 2 damage to enemy nexus instead. So, for a 1-drop that basically has quick attack, it does quite a bit of damage. I mean, and gives you a win condition. Annie's kind of good. Annie's kind of really good. She's blockable, which, you know, is like, that's something. And because she doesn't actually have attack, challenger units kind of eat her alive, right? Because she doesn't trade into anything. But as an offensive unit, pretty solid. It is, I've seen though, so she'll probably end up dying. It probably won't happen very often that she's flipping. You know, she is a 2 health unit. But overall, pretty alright. You know, she's almost certainly trading into removal or something, right? 1 mana, 2/2 quick attack, it levels up, yeah. It's her in boxes, but still, yeah. I think it's pretty cool. And then when she levels up, she creates Tibbers. And then she's dealing 3 and stunning her blockers, so she never gets traded into. Very similar like Kennen, where like Kennen is basically unblockable later on because he's always stunning his blocker, right? These are your skills that go on the stack. And then Tibbers is nice because it's generated from a 1-drop, right? It is nice purely because it's generated from a 1-drop. If this card was not generated from a 1-drop, this card would be like kind of bad, I think. But it's cool synergy, and like maybe there's like a slow, mid-rangey Annie deck that relies on like stuns and such that Tibbers can be really good in, as opposed to, you know, just putting her into the most degenerate burn deck possible. Am I playing day 1? We're still figuring it out, buddy. I do not know yet. Pyroclastic Arrival. So that is Tibbers' skill. Disintegrate, which is Annie's spell, and whew, is kind of a reason that Annie's really scary, because you get extra copies of Disintegrate in your deck. 2 mana fast speed, pick a unit, the next time it takes damage this round, kill it. Pick a unit, the next time it takes damage this round, kill it. That card's kind of fucking insane. Kind of really insane. And the main reason why this card is insane is because mid-range Noxus has always had answers to big units, but it takes 1 or 2 actions. They have Scorched Earth, they have Noxian Guillotine, they have Flock, but you have to ping it first, right? You have to ping the unit, you can't kill it in 1 action. That is no longer the case. Now open attacking against Noxus is not safe. They can kill your big unit in 1 action, and that's really scary. That is really scary. Disintegrate is a really strong card. Main deck Blaze Edge? No, you're probably putting it with like Static Shock or Mystic or anything like that. This is very similar to a Scorched Earth. This is basically a Scorched Earth, except it happens in 1 action. Yeah, this card's really insane. I do think that this card is cool. Because it's kind of interactable. So what can happen is if somebody attacks into you and you put your spider, you know, your little 1/1 spiderling in front of their big unit, and they put Disintegrate on the stack, if they're able to deny the damage, you know, they kill the spider some other way and they don't take damage from it, then their unit doesn't die, right? Which is like kind of cool. But I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough interaction. I think this card's fucking insane. I think this card is genuinely insane. Are we running as a 3 of in every Noxus deck? Probably not. But I think like most mid-range Noxus decks are running at least 2 of this. I think it's really nuts. Ravenbloom Conservatory, 1 mana landmark, created Tybulk in hand, and it ticks down even when it is not on the board, which is really insane. Like, really insane. Confirmed it goes through barrier? Yeah, of course it goes through barrier. Wait, does it go through barrier? Wait. I'm sorry. So you're saying that if I barrier somebody and it gets blocked by a 1/1, that counts as taking damage? What? That's weird. That's really weird. Okay. I mean, card was already broken. I guess it's even more so. Dope. And it doesn't take damage when it's barriered. I mean, or it takes 0 damage, which is like different. Blocks a unit, strikes, does Disintegrate, kill them. A unit counts as taking damage as long as the damage was originally more than 0, even if it was reduced to 0. That's really stupid. That's really cringe. That's really cringe. Majo was saying he didn't think you would play main deck copies of this card because it means you're usually 2 for 1-ing. Like, sure, you probably are 2 for 1-ing it, right? But, that's what Scorched Earth already does, right? That's what Scorched Earth already does. So, I don't know if I agree, necessarily. Because, like, you're still using, like, Static Shock to get value. Or this is in, like, a Bandled Noxus deck. We were using, like, Pokestick. I think you can main deck this card. I think that you're happy main decking a couple copies of this card. Yeah. But yeah. You thought Scorched Earth was run more because of Sundisk? No Scorched Earth deck beats Sundisk. Scorched Earthing Sundisk literally does not win you the matchup against Sundisk. That is not why it's ran. It's ran because it's a kill spell. It's ran because it's Vengeance. But yeah. Ravenbloom Conservatory ticks down in your deck, which is really nice. It means that even if you draw it late in the game, this isn't a dead draw, right? I think that this card's really good. Like, really good. Because Tybulk in a lot of decks is just incredibly scary. You know, it's sort of like your top end. It does create it in hand, right? So it is like a dead play that creates a win condition in your hand that you then have to play out. But I think a lot of times in aggro decks, this is going to be active on curve, and like Tybulk is a fucking bomb. I think it's really scary. Yo, Mengar NA, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, bub. But yeah. Doesn't say countdowns and it counts down in deck on the card, does it? Seems different from Leak. Well, it says you've played this game. I advance 1 round for each thing. You've played this game. You've played this game makes me think that it's not just it's keeping track throughout the entire game of what you're playing. Like the way that it reads, like 99% it ticks down in deck. 99%. But yeah. No, I think that this is a very strong card. Very strong card. And Tybulk is kind of nutty. Kind of nutty. But yeah. Mana Soul Student. These are the ones that were released yesterday. They are her support cards. We'll just go over them real quick. 3 mana, 3/2. Each round, the first time you play a fast spell, slow spell, or skill, I play Magic Embers, which is deal 1 to the enemy nexus. So it's basically just dealing extra damage every time that something goes on the stack. Once per round, which is pretty solid. I think it's definitely pretty solid, right? Like, this is just adding so much extra uninteractive burn to this deck. I think it's really solid. I think it's good. Will auto advance on summon? Yeah, and what's the difference? You'll have to explain to me what the difference between that and ticking down in deck is. But yeah. No, I think that this card's, like, pretty solid. I don't know if you're running, like, 3 of it, but for 3 mana, like, you know, once per turn Funsmith, card kind of... but it only does extra damage to face. So keep that in mind. It's only good in a burn deck. But overall, I think it's really cool. Should have a keyword for going on the stack? Maybe. Maybe. Spellslinger. 2 mana, 1/1 fearsome. Play stun enemy, or if it's already stunned, deal 2 to it instead. It's a 1/1 Arachnoid Sentry. 2 mana, 1/1 fearsome Arachnoid Sentry. It's okay, I think. It's alright. I don't know if it's broken. Like, 1/1 is a bad stat line at 1 mana. So you are playing this purely for the on-play effect. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I'm not ultra impressed with this card. I think that there are probably situations where this card's going to be, like, really good. But it doesn't push that much damage early. Like, I don't know what speed our deck is playing at that this card makes sense. It's just worse. Extra copies of Sentry. Yeah, it's fearsome, which is cool. But yeah, no, I don't think that this card's that good. What it is doing is it's a 2 mana card that you can play on turn 2 to, like, tick up Annie or tick up Ravenbloom Conservatory, which is cool. But, like, being a 1/1, this card's probably not that insane. I think it's probably not that insane. Noxus won 4 Sentry for a while. I don't know if that's true. I do not know if that's true. Like, what deck plays this? Like, Spiders would rather just play Arachnoid Sentry, I think. And even then, like, they don't really run that card. If they do, it's as a 1 or 2 of, right? Make it a 2/1. I think it'd be broken as hell as a 2/1. I think it'd be broken as hell. But, like, Spiders isn't playing this. Tribeam isn't playing this because they don't want extra copies of Sentry. This doesn't do enough for them. Yeah, I just don't think that this card's that great. I don't think that this card's that great. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like, having an on-play stun effect is valuable. And the fact that it's still good, even if you're hitting something that's already stunned, is, like, pretty cool. But I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it. If they release the Spiders version of Hextech Candler, hey, if they do that, then we can reevaluate this card. Until then, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good. And then the Prefect. 3 mana, 1/3 Overwhelm. When you play a fast spell, slow spell, or skill, grant me +1/+0. So this isn't once per turn, which means that stuff like Mana Soul Student is, like, buffing this up huge fast. This thing gets big fast, especially if you have like like Crackshot Corsair or like Demolitionist. I think this thing like gets really big really fast. I would say, so like the easiest comparison is to Iron Ballista, which is just a 3 mana 4/3 overwhelm, just vanilla, no other text, it just has overwhelm. So for this card to be better, you have to put 3 things on the stack at least. I think most of the time you could probably do that by turn 4. And then after turn 4, this thing's just going to be bigger. I think this is like a solid card. I don't think it's insane. I don't think that it's like doing anything, crazy too often, but I think it's all right. It's not going into like every deck, but I think it's definitely hitting like these Annie Jin decks. Is Prefect level in hand and deck? No. It only gets power if it sees it, right? It has to see it. Iron Bliss is better because aggro decks value tempo. So here's the thing. I'm not sure if Annie... how do we phrase this? I think that Annie is a burn card, but I don't necessarily know if Annie is a super aggro card. I don't know if you're just trying to count to 20 as fast as possible. At least I think you probably can build a version of her that does that, but I think there's also a version of her that just plays for like per turn value, right? Like you're just getting extra value and pinging your opponent while playing kind of control-y. Or you're playing more for like this mid game with like Tybulk and Tibbers as like these big bombs that like end the game. Annie Swain, like potentially Annie Swain. Or like if Jin is a little bit slower than we expect him to be, then like maybe Annie Jin is like a little bit slower, right? Like that'd be totally reasonable. That would be like something to expect. But yeah, I think if this isn't like just a pure, count to 20 as fast as possible deck, I think the Prefect is like a pretty solid card. Any also? I think no. Victor Turbo's the landmark? I guess. I don't think you're going to have trouble turboing this landmark. I think that this landmark is going to be popped on 6 a lot of the time. It's a good noob deck to play. Spiders. It depends on what type of deck you play. But yeah, Spiders is usually pretty solid. But yeah, overall, I think Annie's really cool. I don't think that there's like anything here that's insanely game breaking except Disintegrate. I think Disintegrate is fucked up. I think Tybulk is like a really strong card. But I don't think that like Annie's like breaking the game just by existing. She's definitely very strong though. Definitely a very strong card. And her support's like all right. It's all right. But yeah, no, I think the big guns here are Disintegrate and Tybulk. I think those cards are scary as hell. Those cards are really scary. I think Annie gets added in a Spider Burn as a replacement for one of the 1-drops already in the deck, potentially. And she's probably better than like, I don't know, what is she better than? I don't know. She's a 1-mana 2/2 quick attack, right? 1-mana 2/2 quick attack that gives you extra value later on. I don't think she's a Spiders card. Is she? She's better in Rearguard? I don't know if she's better in Rearguard. Like maybe. Yes, Vivo. So like the thing is, how often is she flipping in Spiders? She's probably like not flipping in Spiders, like ever. I think that like Annie in Pirates is much more likely. Like Annie MF, I think is really scary. And I think like Annie Jin is really scary. But like just as a generic like aggro 1-drop, I don't know if she's seeing that much play. She's trying 15 1-drops. Me gustan los emotes nuevos. Ay, muchas gracias, Vivo. Does her shield go off without a blocker like Talir? No. Wait, what do you mean? Like, yeah, if she doesn't, it says if she doesn't have a blocker, then she does 2 damage, right? The thing is that if it dies to the first proc, the second proc doesn't go off. That's not a thing. But yeah. Annie's level up is like Draven's. Annie gets chumped, which is fine. Yeah, like she's supposed to get chumped, right? Also immune to quicksand. I mean, I guess. By idea, Annie and Jag Taskmaster, but like, why though? Do I speak Spanish? Very little, very little. If you wanted to watch me speak Spanish, !YouTube, I have a video on there of me speaking Spanish for a few games. Cut Grandier for even more 1-drops. But yeah, I don't know. I think Annie's cool. I don't know if she's like ultra broken. I think some of these cards are pretty broken. And there probably is a nuts like Annie Jin burn deck. There probably is going to be a nuts Annie Jin burn deck. But I don't think that she just like gets tossed into spiders. I don't know if she's like good enough for that. We'll see. She might be. But yeah. All right. But yeah, that is my take on the new Annie cards. Overall, really excited for them. Really excited for them. They might be a little bit strong, but otherwise excited for them. Hey guys, there's a patch that we are going to see notes for tomorrow. So we probably should have a conversation about what we should expect to see. Because I've seen a lot of people that want like specific balance changes to happen. And I would say, keep in mind that we are not due for a balance patch at all. This is not like a scheduled balance patch. This is a new content patch, and then like next month or something is like the balance patch. So any changes that we do see are purely supplementary, and we're not planned, or at least we don't, you know, we aren't like owed changes, right? We are not owed changes. I think we red card here. So that's all to say that it would be nice if we see like, you know, a Shurima nerf, you know, whether it's Hourglass or Quicksand. It would be nice if we see a Pantheon nerf. It would be nice to see, you know, Lantern nerf. There's definitely a lot of nerfs that would be nice to see. But I would say you need to set your expectations. It is unlikely that we see many changes, if any at all. And again, we are not owed changes.